to reflect upon, because sometimes, for the ones who just read the English translation, sometimes we don't reflect upon the true meaning of these words. When you hear the word al-Khaliq, or when you hear the word like al-Wahhab, so Khaliq, you generally find the English translation as the creator. And obviously anybody can claim to create something. But remember, whenever it comes to human beings, they are creating something from which is already there. So if somebody's going to come and say they manufactured a cell phone, they're creating a cell phone from the raw materials that they have. Maybe they have a plant and they go through this whole process. And even when they think of something, when they make all these movies, they can only come up with something that they have either seen or they can imagine, which again, these are things that they're exposed to. But when it comes to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, إِذَا قَضَى أَمْرًا فَإِنَّمَا يَقُولُ لَهُ كُنْ فَيَكُونُ. Whenever He wishes to bring forth of something, all He has to do is say kun, be, and it is. That means He brings forth something which is not even present. Not any of us can think of, not any of us can even come close. When we hear this word al-Khaliq, He brings forth something which did not exist. So look at the wonders. Even the identical twins, no matter, even if they look similar, think of every single person from the time of Adam alayhi salam up to the end of times. Every single one of us, we are different in a way. This itself, subhanAllah, we don't reflect upon this. This is a miracle that we're looking at it. Every single one of our hands, every single one of our faces, we're different. But whenever we try to create something, we only create as humans what we're used to, and we replicate. So when we deal with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it is something completely different. So even though you just see the word the creator, there is a lot of meaning when it comes to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is one. Now the other word I want to cover is al-Wahhab. One of the most common dua that you hear during khutbah al-Jum'ah. رَبَّنَا لَا تُزِغْ قُلُوبَنَا بَعْدَ إِذْ هَدَيْتَنَا وَهَبْ لَنَا مِن لَدُنْكَ رَحْمَةً إِنَّكَ أَنْتَ الْوَهَّابُ. Wahaba is to, let's say, to give something to somebody, but without expecting something in return. وَوَهَبْنَا لَهُ إِسْحَاقَ وَيَعْقُوبَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes mention that He has given Ibrahim alayhi salam Ishaq and Yaqub. And even when Zakaria alayhi salam, when he makes a dua, وَهَبْ لِي مِن لَدُنْكَ, need to give, i.e. to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for a gift. And when we are making the dua in the khutbah al-Jum'ah, do not deviate our hearts after you have guided us. وَهَبْ لَنَا, to again grant us, to give us mercy. إِنَّكَ أَنْتَ الْوَهَّابُ. Now again, the translation that you find is sometimes the giver, or maybe they may say the all-giver or something of that sort. But when it comes to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, remember He gives you when He does not. Obviously we can never repay Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Either we find when they ask for the ayat that talk about, they're asking for righteous, obviously, offsprings, or we're asking for, in the Quran, the ayat that we find is asking for the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So when we were to ask, if you're going to ask for a wife, we want Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us and to bless us with a righteous wife. So even our dua and something that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to give tawfiq. So brothers, whenever Allah is giving us, He's giving us in plenty. Even the name Al-Kareem, look at the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This goes back again to Ar-Rahman. The one who openly disobeys Him, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives him in plenty. And the one even who's actually obeying Allah, he may be given in this dunya, but hereafter he may be taken into account for these deeds. So brothers, one of the things we want to do is reflect upon the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And one of the shubuhat that the people, they try to put out, and I mentioned this, the name, again another name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Al-Awwal Al-Akhir. He is the first and He is the last. He is the one He is the one who created every single one of us. Some of the atheists, when they bring up this, they will say, oh, who created this? Remember, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is al-awwal. He is the first, and every single creation we go back. And if He wishes to create something, all He has to say is kun, be, and it is what it is. So we are under the mercy, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless us with mercy, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the highest levels of mercy in this life and the hereafter. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us righteous progeny, and to bless them and bless all of us. Subhanakallah wa bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. The fifth class that we're going to be starting is in the cafeteria, the ones who want to attend. Jazakumullahu khairan.